Welcome to Comics Experiment, the show right here at the Comicstorian channel, where I sit with Dan and Andy. Wait,
Nope.
Dan and Andy.
There you go.
And we talk about something interesting. We talk about ideas within the world of comic books, stuff that is going on and how we can fix or change it. Or we discuss lists that we've created or find on the website to see if we agree with them. Today's topic is going to be, if they were to redo Avengers vs. X-Men, how would we write it? We're going to rewrite Avengers vs. X-Men.
I would write it with words.
Really? Because I was going to use Braille.
Pictures.
No, Braille. Braille. Lots of Braille.
Also words.
And words.
That's words.
No. Braille's...
Braille is words.
No.
That's
It's bumps on the paper.
Wow, that's
Which
not cool.
are words.
Not cool at all.
I feel like if it was in Spanish, it'd be like, no, it's in Spanish. So words.
No. I'd
write it in Italian. I'd write it in Italian.
Which isn't real words. Everyone knows that.
Anyway, guys, today's episode is brought to you by...
G Fuel, where you can use code COMICS at checkout, save 10% on your order. Honey, where you can use their online app to save money when you shop online. We'll tell you more about that in the middle of today's episode. And our Patreon, patreon.com/Comicstorian, where you can support us directly. And $2 gets you early access to great content and much more.
Yes. And you can also vote on things that are coming out, such as our upcoming Batman Inc. storyline, which Winter Soldier storyline we should be doing.
Oh, guys,
And what is in Dan's eye?
oh my God.
Votes begin now. What do you think? Let us know in the comments down below. What do you think was in Dan's eye?
And what should we put there next? All right, according to this, my finger.
A rusty nail.
Hey, man.
Well, they voted for it.
We
I've seen this in horror movies.
You'll be fine. Just don't blink.
Sand. The chat says sand.
That's what they think's in there.
All right, guys. So, we recently have taken a couple breaks from doing Comics Experiment, and we are back to doing it again properly. We wanted to come up with a few ideas, and we thought it'd be fun if we start telling our versions of some of the more classic storylines in comic books. Now, because you all attacked us for being negative last time, I want to clarify.
I'm negative.
Well, he's negative. But I do want to clarify, we're not saying any of these stories are bad. As a matter of fact,
I am.
We're picking some of our favorite stories.
Nope.
And it's just like, I hate everything.
I hate everything.
Okay, despite Andy, the first thing we're going to rewrite, Future State. So
I did actually not like that story. That worked out.
Yeah. So today we're going to be talking about Avengers versus X-Men and how we'd handle it. Now, the classic storyline is that the Phoenix is en route. The Avengers and the X-Men are going to go battle each other. Mm-hmm. Avengers versus X-Men style.
Yep, it was coming with Hope to be the new vessel, and the Avengers are like, so we're going to take Hope, because last time it didn't go well, and Scott's like, no.
Right.
We're keeping our hope.
Well, and they want
very metaphorical.
And the X-Men have
It's
decided
our last hope.
that they might be able to use the Phoenix for better powers, and they go into a big fight. Turns into the Phoenix become the Phoenix 5.
Yep, because Tony Stark tried to make a machine to absorb it, and it blew up in classic Tony Stark fashion.
Does he ever do anything right?
Classic Tony.
I believe it goes to Scott, Namor, Magic, Colossus, and Emma Frost.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the 5 of them.
This, for the record, Avengers vs. X-Men was the very first full trade that I read ever. Really.
Yeah, so I mean, it is a good story we enjoy. And eventually the X-Men start cannibalizing each other because they decide they can do it better, and they get defeated. Some defeated by X-Men, some go evil.
Yes, they learn that once one of the Phoenix people gets defeated, their Phoenix Force splits into the remaining people, and
then Scott ends up with all of them.
Yeah.
Scott has all of them, and he blows up Professor Xavier's head.
Basically blows up Emma Frost's head, dude.
But he got better.
With new colored eyes.
Yeah. And so did Emma Frost.
You are so hooked on those eyes. Every time Xavier comes up and he's like, and the blue eyes. Are we talking about this
You
yet?
guys got me into Hickman's X-Men. I'm looking at everything, okay?
I would
Funny because
love
I'm not into Hickman's X-Men. But
It's just at the very, very end. He's like, oh yeah, I got contacts. They're like blue.
That would be great.
No. What would be better is he goes, it turns out it's not Professor Xavier, and he goes, I have different colored eyes. No one noticed.
So anyway, that is what we're going to be talking about today. So, Dan, since it's your favorite story ever, and you voted that we do this as our first episode,
Yes.
what is your version of the Avengers versus X-Men?
Pitch that comic.
That's it. You've just created.
Love it.
Yeah.
So first off, I will say I enjoyed the story, so I wouldn't change too much.
He has to fight more.
Yeah, honestly, that was my biggest problem.
Okay.
Was they constantly showed off how like all these new Phoenix people had crazy powers, and then their fight scenes were incredibly short. I never felt like we got the true oomph of the power of the Phoenix Force. I loved the new costumes that they gave everyone. I felt like there also could have been, I don't know, a bit more conflict within each of the separate groups. Like, I find it always kind of weird where, like, all the Avengers are like, yes, we agree they shouldn't have that, and not any of them are like, wait, no,
Mr. Stark, maybe not.
exactly. And it's like well, if it happened to us, we would be pissed if the X-Men tried to come and take our vessel for whatever.
Andy's our vessel now.
I don't like the way that sounded at all.
But I mean, it's also been a very long time since I've read it, so there's a good chance I'm only remembering the good bits. But I thought that they did do a good job with the basically ruining all relationships of like Storm and Black Panther. We had the Emma Frost and Scott Summers and the rest of the world.
Scott Summers and Xavier.
Scott Summers and Xavier. Scott Summers and Emma Frost.
Wolverine was mad too.
Wolverine's not pissed at.
Well, that's all great news, Dan, but this isn't what's Dan's opinions on Avengers. This is how you're going to change it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is I
relationship.
would have changed it with just
More
fighting. Honestly, I would have wanted to see more of what the powers would have given to each of the people, because it's kind of like the reason why I suggested this as today's episode's topic of in the Avengers right now. It is Enter the Phoenix, which is essentially
They're still fighting over that Phoenix.
exactly. They're all
Goddamn.
just fighting over the Phoenix Force, and I felt like they're doing a lot more fighting over it in that than they did in Avengers versus X-Men. If I were to change it super, super drastically, I feel like it could have been cool if instead someone else on the Avengers, or like the Phoenix Force got split amongst the Avengers and it became the X-Men are almost hungry for power and kill the Avengers to take the Phoenix Force. I think that could have been another way to really like amp it up. But then again, it is Marvel, and I feel like that would have been a little too much. Killing one guy was good enough for them. And
So here's Avenger vs. X and Benny edition.
okay, let's hear it.
Pitch that comic.
Okay, so the Phoenix is traveling through space. All Phoenixy like, okay?
Phoenixy.
Okay.
How does no one see the giant fiery space bird?
It's a space bird.
Moltres the whole time.
Phoenix is traveling through the space and going by the name Moltres from now on.
Love it. Obviously.
And as it approaches Earth, it sends a message to the X-Men. Hope is not worthy.
Oh, okay.
And they go, like, oh, what do you mean? It's like a metaphor. Anyway,
I thought it was going to be, this is the Phoenix. You up? What are you doing, what are you doing right now?
hope is not worthy. A new person will be chosen. And so the X-Men start scrambling. But Wolverine, being also an Avenger, kind of like lets it leak to Cap that they're going to be looking for a new Phoenix body.
He gets drunk one night and rambles about.
the Phoenix.
By the way, Cap. He lets it leak. So the Avengers get wind. The Avengers arrive to just talk to the X-Men. And they're like, if the Phoenix is picking a new worthy person, we can't let you have it. Scott goes to Cap and he's like, why? Why can't we? We're the X-Men and we can use this power for good.
Very dramatic.
And Cap's like, no, we don't trust you, Scott.
Shield back.
The X-Men always turn evil. And then Scott's like, what do you mean we turn evil?
Super bigoted.
I'm pretty sure you're reciting exactly what happened.
Yeah. Hold on, we're not there
It's
yet.
like, seriously though, this is it's good. I don't even care.
And Scott's like, what do you mean we all turn evil? And then he just starts listing off Wolverine evil for Weapon X,
then he's
Magneto
like-
conquering things,
He keeps
Scott being
mentioning
Scott.
Wolverine. He's like, but he's also an Avenger, dude. You're blaming your own teammate here.
And he's like, Cyclops, you're not exactly evil, but you're kind of a dick.
But
Don't really like it.
Cyclops tells Cap, that's not happening. You're not taking any of our potentials. We are going to stand up for ourselves. Cap calls out for Avengers to assemble, and out of the Quinjet come all the Avengers, including Wolverine. And Cyclops responds, I-beam, boom, cuts off Cap's head. My version, people can die. Cuts off Cap's head.
Okay. Wow.
Ben's taking over Marvel. Doesn't even care anymore.
All right. Half the heroes dead.
Cleaning
Other half
house.
Gonna die soon.
You thought Ultimatum from the Marvel Ultimate Universe was bad? Blob's gonna eat a lot more people than this one.
So, cuts off Cap's head. Wolverine freaks out, charges at Scott, claws Scott, takes Scott out.
Is this just gonna be a
Every panel is someone else dying.
So we lose Cap, we lose Scott right off the bat. This causes just all kinds of confusion on both sides of the fence.
Everybody's running around.
What do we do? I don't know.
The Phoenix Force arrives, and deciding who's going to be worthy, the challenge has now been brought out. Both teams, everyone gets Phoenix powers, but it's disseminated amongst like every Avenger and every mutant in the entire world.
So it just becomes what's currently going on in the Avengers?
Hold on.
Okay. I was like, because this seems very... Then she's like, all right, tournament style.
Then they go to Otherworld, where Krakoa and
And then Mecha Celestial Avengers Mountain fights Mecha Krakoa.
So
Godzilla shows up.
everyone now has Phoenix powers, and the Phoenix is like steering them all, kind of getting rid of all inhibitions. They're all just ready to slaughter and mass murder. So we're losing Avengers left and right, but it's all the B tiers. Luke Cage dies. Daredevil goes down in a fantastic fashion. He takes out X-23 while he's doing it. She starts like reconstituting. Everyone, like, we're losing all the minor characters right off the bat. You know, like characters that get lost in a vault for 10 issues.
Characters that nobody gives a crap about. I'm with you. I got it.
Exactly. Archangel dies at one point, and everyone's like,
even
but he was
cares?
cool at one point.
Yeah. Wait, is this the blonde one or the blue skin one? God damn it, I don't even
Like,
know.
is this the one we're gonna be sad about, or kind of glad he's gone? We don't have to deal with it.
Generally, but we also discovered midway through, certain people can just give up their powers. They can just give up Phoenix Force. So minor characters like Jubilee are just like, I don't want this. I want nothing to do with this. This isn't a mall trip.
Shuggo.
Right. Spider-Man is just like, you know what? Way above my pay grade. Last time I had cosmic powers, I was a real dick.
This is true.
Yep. So we start getting at it. It comes down to like a core 4 or 5 on each side.
I'm telling you, this is going on in Avengers right now.
I know.
Okay, all right, just checking.
It's the same concept, but
I'm with
but it's
you.
in a bigger, sprawling event because I've got fights everywhere now.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah.
You know how many spin-offs we can have? The King in Black
Oh
style.
my God, so many tie-in
I'm
issues.
doing this like Marvel would do this.
Yeah,
you know?
it's true. Actually, yeah.
Here's the Shadowlands fighting X Factor.
Did they mention the Phoenix tie-in issue?
So anyway,
Just say Phoenix
we
once.
come down to some core guys. The core guys really don't matter, but like, you know, Xavier, Magneto, Jean, and over on the Avengers side, Wolverine has had to completely side against the X-Men. That'll be tons of cool conflict. We'll have a whole 5-issue tie-in franchise where it's just Wolverine arguing over what side he's going to be on.
Isn't Jean dead during this timeline?
Not anymore.
Hold on,
she's back.
Is she? Because if she is, I have another great one that I want.
I think she is. I think she is.
Okay, cool.
So anyway, so we get 5 people. It doesn't really matter who they are, and they just start going to town. But instead of killing each other,
It's an odd way to
Phrasing.
put it.
it's going to
No,
town.
it's really the X-Men. You know what I'm talking
It's
about?
the triple X-Men.
Yeah. This is now just a porn parody.
So they start battling it out. No one's really dying because these would be our like top 5 on both sides that Marvel wouldn't want to lose.
Now it's like a Dragon Ball Z fight.
Yeah, everyone's
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
"Ah!"
Yeah,
Another tournament.
Exactly.
They all separate into different areas. They all fight in like big, massive battles. This would be the versus
after the
tie-ins.
Phoenix.
It would be like 3 issues for each fight.
Right.
Okay.
You know? And at the end of it all, the Phoenix just gives up and picks the 2 champions finally. Because it's the Phoenix. It will do that. You know, like you guys are all losers.
This is who I ended up with? No. And she goes over
Goes into the bodies of Cap and Scott, reviving them, making them giant. And then they just duke it out in the ocean like they're Godzilla and King Kong. Tie it into the movie.
Did you see Pacific Rim? That's what it turns into.
And you got Cap, and you got Scott, and they're just duking it out in some coastal line that's right next to a city, you know?
yeah,
Because then we'll have the tie-in issue of everyone trying to be saved.
Right.
Marvel, I got you. I know your strat.
And then American Kaiju shows up.
Right.
Why not?
Yeah. Kid Kaiju at one point is just like, I'm here too.
It's like Baby Godzilla.
It's the one we recently got in King in Black. It's
Yeah.
the Godzilla that's USA.
American Kaiju.
So the two of them duke it out until finally they both basically, they're going to come down to that final like double punch, you know? And then
Obviously.
It ends on the Rocky cliffhanger.
and they both drop, shrink back down. Phoenix says, screw all of you. Old man Logan Phoenix arrives down.
Where did he come from?
The future.
Sure.
Isn't that where he's from?
Right, yeah.
And he basically just says, you know, like, none of you are worthy and I'm leaving. And that's it. Phoenix is out of the picture again.
Wait, hold on. Back it up. So Phoenix, they both drop, and
Yeah.
then Phoenix
And like tidal waves come out when they land.
becomes Old Man Logan. Where did he come from?
He comes out of a time portal.
And then just takes control of the Phoenix?
Right, just grabs their
Or is
Phoenix
another
and leaves.
Phoenix and then another
No,
Phoenix?
he's already a
and we
Phoenix in
have
the
to Phoenix
future,
fight.
and he absorbs that power to become a more powerful
This
Phoenix.
does seem like it was written by someone at Marvel.
Before that, the Phoenix goes, by the way, Thor, I'm your mom. Okay, cool.
Old man Logan comes out of the future, takes the Phoenix,
I see.
and then
Okay.
flees. And then we have
So we have a double Phoenix in Logan's situation.
Logan.
All right.
But hold on, there's a reason for this. So
okay.
our kaiju Scott and Cap fall, shrink back down. Now we just have everyone upset. But of course, now we have the aftermath follow-on ongoing series. The Guardians of the Galaxy are chasing Old Man Logan through space.
Phoenix's Phoenix Eye? Phoenix.
And during this, Star-Lord gets his magical powers he has now. We give him to him years early. You know?
Oh my god.
And he gets into a final cosmic battle
Right.
against Phoenix. And when he defeats both Phoenixes, this is after like 2 years now. It's been an ongoing series.
I'm
You know?
with you, yeah.
When he defeats both Phoenixes, we discover the Phoenix was blocking Null's arrival. Null comes through a portal, massacres Star-Lord at the end of a 2-year ongoing series,
Sure.
and travels to Earth, where he goes past the planet of the symbiotes, where Venom is located.
Sure, yeah, totally.
But this is like a totally different series now, so
I don't even
then
think
Null
we're in
shows up
Avengers
and
versus
goes,
X-Men anymore.
Wait. Everyone's dead already?
What happened?
What the hell?
I've killed half the Marvel lineup.
Okay.
And I've
Turned into Benny
eradicated
kills
the
the X-Men universe. Not even the Marvel universe. Just
So
the
what do you
X-Men.
guys think of my version?
It's a little out there.
It's
Not out of the question for Marvel, though.
it honestly
All I
said-
had to do was pitch it with the tie-ins.
That's all you pitch is tie-ins.
You're just like, okay,
We're gonna have
What?
so many tie-ins.
what story arcs have come out since then? And how can I merge them? All right, let's do this.
Tevye says my version is insane.
Yes.
Technically, my Avengers versus X-Men ends with the defeat of the Phoenix, the Null thing. That I'll give that to Donny Cates. I'm gonna step away from my project at that
Sure,
point.
yeah.
Yours became Phoenix versus the Marvel universe,
Well, yeah. I mean,
which works.
would you buy that comic? I guess
No,
that should
I
be the
would
follow-up
not.
to our things.
No, but I would read it for the show because I have to.
I mean, the way you described it, the comic would be like an
Yeah,
omnibus of this.
I'd get like 4 issues in and I'd be like, what are we even doing in this comic? What is even the point of it?
Everyone's just fighting.
Why are they giant now? Was this written by Tom King?
But hold on. Don't tell me that my first issue where Cap and Scott both die would not hook everyone.
I mean, it would, but I would just sit here going, they're going to come back. That's how this works.
You're not going to kill both of them.
And then we get to the point where they both came back as giants and be like, told you.
Wasn't expecting the giant angle,
You
though.
couldn't even kill them off for 5 minutes.
That would have been.
And you had to bring them back.
That would have been issue 5.
Nobody dies in comics, even in a pitch meeting.
But you didn't see them back as giants.
Oh, I did.
No, it's actually it's a story of the future that I saw the future. And they
yeah.
were giants and fighting.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's go back to the present.
That's how you open the comic.
Yeah,
you
no,
open
yeah.
the comic with giants, Scott and Captain America fighting, and then you
Record
do
scratch.
and then you do 5 days earlier or whatever the hell it was.
Where they die.
Yeah.
And then everyone's just like, this doesn't even make sense.
Who wrote? How high was this dude when he wrote that? Who is it? Comicstorian? Who the hell is that?
All right, Andy. Chat would like you to
that's
top
it.
my story since you won't buy mine.
I don't. Well, in terms of sheer insanity, I couldn't top it. I thought you had another one you wanted to pick.
Yeah,
I do have another one.
You,
but I
no,
wanted
no,
to-
go ahead. I'm so
Now that you have an idea what I was
Okay,
talking
I'm
about
so
with our pitch
formulating.
ideas.
So mine starts off the way that Avengers vs. X-Men does, where it goes into Tony Stark's machine, except instead of the machine exploding and it going to 5 different X-Men, it explodes and goes to the undead Jean Grey.
And resurrects.
Jean Grey comes back as an undead
Zombie
Dark
Phoenix.
Marvel Phoenix zombies.
Exactly.
I would read that.
That I would, yeah.
And she like controls the dead and like
That would be cool.
It
They're
turns
But
into-
every zombie has like
They're Phoenix Force zombies.
I was gonna say, like,
That'd be
superpowered zombies.
Sweet.
Yes.
it'd be like deceased on crack. Everyone now has powers.
Which I think was just
Exactly.
deceased too.
pretty much. But yeah, no, I mean honestly, I
I
don't
like
really
how you
need to
trumped
say too
my.
much more.
I like how you trumped my 10-minute pitch with one line.
Yeah.
Dead
That's
Jean
so
Grey.
much better than yours, honestly.
And you just name
He
it.
just goes,
Marvel Zombies,
"Listen."
Avengers vs. X-Men.
He's like,
Boom, there
listen,
you go.
guys, I got it. Phoenix Force Zombie Gene. Like, you sold me. I'm in.
They're
you
like, can you stretch it out to a maxi?
Yeah, can you do a 12 issue with that?
Yeah.
Oh, I can do a 12 issue
yeah.
with that.
Oh,
I can work
Do I
this
get
out.
tie-ins? Because I can bring back different teams as undead. Yeah, that's my pitch.
Imagine
Right.
if those guys that started Civil War came back as Phoenix Force zombies.
Now it's a civil war between the undead and the
Dead?
living.
Living.
Dude.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
opposite. Would be
I almost
living.
said the undead and the dead, and I'm like, that does not make sense.
And then 3 years later, you have a crossover with the classic Marvel zombies.
Yep, you're going too far again.
Not-
You're going too far.
I'm Marvel. I'm Marvel headquarters.
Just too far every time.
It comes in with the Galactus version of the Marvel Zombies.
The better
and
version.
He wants to become the Phoenix.
The better version of
And
the
so he
Marvel
eats
zombies. So he eats Gene.
Crunch.
So
And with that crunch, Dan.
I opened a portal.
Today's podcast is sponsored by Honey. Honey is a free browser extension that is designed to save you money. Honey automatically scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best ones that it finds to your cart to save you money. Honey supports over 30,000 stores online, ranging from tech and gaming products to popular fashion brands and even food delivery. Honey has helped 17 million members save more than $2 billion. Just click the Apply Coupons button on the extension at checkout and watch the savings roll in. I've been using Honey every time that I shop online. Honey helped me save on my recent Walmart order by getting me free shipping. If you don't already have Honey, you could straight up be missing out on free savings. It's literally free and it installs in a few seconds. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid in supporting this podcast. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/experiment. That's at joinhoney.com/experiment. Thanks, Honey, for supporting today's episode.
And the portal closes.
All right, cool.
All right, let's go fight Magneto.
If you guys want to know what happened in that ad break, check out the Patreon version of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good sale. Good sale.
Yeah.
All right, Andy, you have the top Marvel Zombies, Jean Grey.
Well, in terms of sheer insanity, I'm not going to be able to because I don't usually pitch insanity like you guys do.
come on, mine was not that insane.
I would get rid of the Phoenix.
Mine sounds
altogether.
like a Marvel event for next year.
Okay.
I would not have the Phoenix
Okay.
at all.
That's
okay.
okay. Unique.
So your Phoenix version.
So imagine the original Avengers versus X-Men, and then the sequel, and then the what was the Inhumans one? None of those happened. Okay.
AVI.
Yeah, I don't remember.
mean-
There was one where they fought the Inhumans too. Yeah. I would go to the more current, the X or mutant nations trying to break away via Krakoa, and they have announced themselves as a sovereign nation. Blah 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 blah. That whole thing. Because of that, the Avengers are now being called in because the mutants have become more militant, and that's how they end up fighting. That's how I would do
Okay.
it. I wouldn't go Phoenix Force at all. No,
Totally different
cosmic.
direction,
I
yeah.
would, yeah.
Yeah, I like
to
it.
mine would lean probably more into like where the Avengers fought the X-Men in the Ultimate Universe, which is just the U.S. government decided we can't have a bunch of mutants running around
Right.
because they're evil. Or something, a little,
Right.
little racist.
So basically, an Avengers versus
I mean, everything
X-Men
about
Civil
the
War.
X-Men is 99% of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what it boils
That's what
down
it's
to
based on.
because the X-Men, because I mean, you and me were talking about this when Hickman's run started. A lot of what they were doing seemed a little on the evil side,
Yeah.
where they were kind of like taking out world leaders and things like that.
Yeah.
So the X-Men have to come in to kind of stop them, because at the beginning of Hickman's run, the Avengers were just kind of like, okay. See you later.
I see that happening. I feel, just side note, that Hickman is building to that again.
I could see that. So that's what I'm saying.
He's going long con,
But to me, like, that would be the Avengers versus the X-Men. The X-Men are trying to break away, become the sovereign state. They're kind of doing some shifty things throughout the universe,
So
or
you're just
the
Hickman's
planet. But with the Avengers ended up actually having to fight them.
So you've either just pitched your alternate version or the future of Hickman's run.
It's possible. Either way. I'm going to call this prediction right now. But yeah, so mine obviously, like, I never, when it comes down to these things, I never pitch the level of insanity you do too.
You see, you just don't have a 4-year plan like I do.
That's what the problem is. And then Null shows up. Sure, why not?
We need a little like a dash of sanity on this show. That's you.
That's me. So yeah, so mine is the mutant nation has done a little too much. The Avengers have to step in and and as always happens in the comics, they step in and it's like, guys, you got to kind of stop it. And then somebody says something, then it escalates, and then everybody's fighting. And then, stay with me here, Mecha Celestial Avengers Mountain fights
Oh my God.
Kaiju Krakoa Island. There, I got
Was
you a
this
little...
whole thing to build up to
It
that?
wasn't until that exact moment when I
That
thought it
worked.
worked.
Now
so
you're
well.
now you're thinking like a Marvel
I
editor.
leveled my insanity just a little higher.
Because that's a tie-in franchise right there.
That's perfect.
Welcome to Marvel. We'd like to give you a desk over here at X-Men Editing.
But then, at the end of it, I'm going to go a little farther.
Then the Phoenix shows up.
The mutants and the Avengers have all decimated each other. People are dying, because in mine they die as well. And then
you gotta clean up the roster.
Araco shows up. Araco, however they pronounce it. The other mutants, and then it's a whole thing.
They're like, hey, thanks for doing our job for us.
Yeah.
And then Apocalypse is with them, and he's like, we will conquer all.
Right. And now it becomes the Marvel Universe versus Araco.
That is the better pitches versus the X-Men. Just
No. That's what it turns into. After
right.
Avengers versus X-Men, then it becomes the Marvel Universe versus Araco.
Okay.
Then undead Jean Grey. I got nothing.
who now has the Phoenix Force.
Yeah.
Comes in and starts reviving all
And
the
then
people that have
Zombie
died.
Galactus.
And then Darkseid.
And then Darkseid.
Dark side for some reason.
The crossover is confirmed.
Boom. So mine's a little less insane than your guys's.
No, you
But
made it-
it does end with Celestial versus Krakoa Kaiju.
Yours works.
I like how you
it,
either
actually.
look like a kid with toys. I was like,
No, that's how I do. I fight.
Now,
yeah, like or now kiss.
Maybe they do. We shouldn't fight. That's not how you guys played when you were little kids.
I swear we're professionals.
I don't.
This just became a Phoenix story. All right, so out of the three of them, I think Dan has the best pitch out of us.
I do like Zombie Phoenix Force Jean
Thank
Grey.
goodness I got
do,
a take two, a second chance.
Yeah, I do like that.
Because when you started naming that, I'm like,
Oh my.
okay.
Yeah. I
So
do like
this
that.
is the general concept that we want to take Comics Experiment. We will always be doing our pitches for some classic storylines. Not that they are bad in any way. Avengers vs. X-Men, some of our favorite books. I don't think Andy liked it. Did you like it at all?
It had its moments I enjoyed, but overall, it's one of those things where I'm just like, okay.
Went on too long.
Yeah, that's honestly when they do that. It's like just get your core story and stop trying to do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is my
It's
same.
decent thick. It's like that.
Yeah, which is my same problem with like King of Black right now. It's like just do the core story. I don't need everybody fighting a symbiote dragon.
Yeah, well,
Right.
that's my problem with it too, because we've been doing them every
Yeah,
week,
yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like,
Okay. Except Thunderbolts. You could always have
Thunderbolts is great. Black Cat was fun. I like Black Cat.
I like
good.
Black
Yeah,
Cat.
yeah, yeah.
I was just say they missed an opportunity to give a King in Black Deadpool side story where he comments on where the hell did these dragons come from?
No, he does.
No, he doesn't. The Kelly Thompson does the classic. Well, I just put a black dragon in this because they're going to be used eventually.
Well, except in Miles, where it's an actual
That's what I'm
dragon.
saying.
sorry,
I know.
wyvern.
As the chat would like to let
Which
us
is a type
know.
of dragon.
It's true.
So, all right, well, so now the question that we wanted to give to you guys, the chat, and let us know down below. Let us know the next story that you would like us to recover or rewrite or pitch out the insanity. that
I'm gonna
is-
throw out Justice
Which one-
League versus the Avengers from the early or late '90s.
Okay, Justice League. Okay, what would
What
you?
story do you want our version of?
Yes.
Is the easiest way to say.
My vote would be We Are Robin. I think it could very easily be tooled into something much better than it was. What would you like? And you can put anything you want in the comments down below.
It's just Tim Drake gets possessed by a demon and at some point says, "We are Robin." That's it. That's
your version?
That's my version.
Also much better than the one that existed.
Ah, well, here I'm for you.
Mine is Injustice.
Oh.
Ooh, you want to see our version of Injustice?
I'm trying to think
In my
of, like,
version,
good
Superman
stories.
doesn't delay murdering everyone.
Superman
story.
straight out of the gate. He's killing everybody.
Gonna kill Batman.
Like, he's in
Just
the same
wait.
room as the Joker. So he punches the Joker, and then he looks at Batman and goes, "No witnesses." Vision.
He actually punches a hole so hard through the Joker that portion of the Joker flies through and kills Bruce Wayne as well.
You know, I never thought of this, but why didn't he kill Superman? I mean, Superman killed Batman. Now, bear in mind, I know that's the crux of the plot, but he did kill Shazam. So he's okay with killing the kid, but he's not okay with killing...
Well, yeah. The kid's annoying.
Well, yeah, but
just
he didn't
kidding.
kill Shazam until the game, and the comic is like 5 years before that.
Oh, that's
So
true.
he kind of like gets to the
Yeah.
point where he's just trying to kill everybody.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
I forget the time span.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
by the time he gets to the game, Batman's like, "You never find me."
It'd be funny if he like killed Joker and then turned to Batman and just went, "Shh," and then zip away. Like, Batman's,
What do I do?
I don't even know what to do here. I was not prepped for this.
That's Andy's version
That's
of
my
Injustice.
version. Just Batman just not prepped. Wow, we took a turn.
And he does it with like a grin too. Like,
Yeah, like, whoa, okay.
Oh my goodness! I just thought of a great one.
Well, we're not doing
remember
it yet.
I know. I hope
we need more episodes.
I know. I hope I remember it for when we do the Injustice thing.
But I do want to say thank you guys for watching Comics Experiment for like 3 years now.
yeah, which
The
is
fact
insane.
the fact that we've gotten to a point
only
where we
been here
kind of
for
have to
2.
retool our concept just a little bit so that we can keep doing this tells you the longevity of our show and how long it's been happening. So I did want to take a moment to just thank everyone. Like this show, has it been 3? Or has it been more than 3?
I've only been here
since
for 2.
Comics Experiment 3, I want to say since the Robin, the
R&BE.
Batman Rob-
Yeah, the original.
That one's been around 3.5 to 4. I wanna
Yeah.
say. It wasn't too much longer before we swapped to Comics
That's before me. I
Experiment.
don't even care.
Yeah.
It's known as the dark times.
The dark times.
Before we had the
Before
white
Andy.
bull.
The white
Before
bull.
El Toro Blanco.
But yeah, no, seriously, I just want to thank you guys because I was thinking about this. I'm like, wow, our show's kind of run its course. What ideas could we do? And I'm like, oh, you know what? We had a lot of fun doing when we did the 3 Jokers and we did Killing Joke and we said we're rewriting it or whatever. And I was like, well, why don't we do more of that? That was the idea, wasn't it? We would do more. But the response was apparently that we were super negative. So I want to clarify, we like Avengers versus X-Men.
Yes.
I like some of it.
Yeah.
I have it at home.
But what I'm saying is the before Andy times, as they're just dubbing that.
Yeah.
But the fact that we got to that point, this show has gone on for so long, and thank you guys so much for continuing to watch. We have been highly rated on Spotify. We have been highly rated on iTunes. We have been highly rated on YouTube. We have been rated as one of the best comic book podcasts throughout all these years. And it's all because you guys keep watching. And just thank you. I just want to say thank you. You give Dan a job, and we keep Andy around.
Yeah.
He can't fire me. I'll call her mother.
Thanks for watching.
You want to do like the ad? You want to promote anything?
We got G Fuel.
G Fuel. Use code COMICS at checkout. Save 10%.
That.
Honey. Save money at checkout when you shop online.
That.
Patreon.com/Comicstorian. Support us there.
Dan's Hot Dog Stand down the street every Tuesday.
I also stream on Twitch.
Dan's Wieners.
TV/Silu91. CYLOO91. Check me out.
Andy doesn't.
No.
For I am the Andy on Instagram.
True.
Comicstorian. Literally everywhere. Catch you next time.